Hi, Slotty here, and welcome to devlog number 0 for my upcoming indie game, ManaEngine. It's a retro-inspired turn-based RPG. The purpose of this devlog is to share my game with the world, give you a behind-the-scenes access, preview of what's to come in the game, and push me and hold me accountable to actually complete this game. So who am I? I'm Slotty from Slotty Studios. I'm a father, a husband, and a solo indie dev. I write, make the sprites, mapping, design, planning, the whole 9 yards. It's just me and a handful of pre-made store-bought assets and some wonderful community-made assets, plugins. Can't do everything if you want to get your game actually completed. I started making games in about 2017. As a hobbyist dev, I started small with a bunch of small game jam games. Even won a few game jams. Placed in a few game jams, but nothing very serious, nothing long term, nothing I really stuck with, nothing I could really pour my heart into. Then in 2020, I stepped away from game dev to focus on family and real life stuff. Being a hobbyist game dev just wasn't at the cards at the time. But that itch to make games was still in the back of my mind. As an 80s baby, I grew up playing games. I grew up playing all the classics and stuff like that. I was heavily inspired by that. So fast forward to the summer of 2023, I picked game dev back up and restarted my journey. I made a throwaway game just so I can get back on the horse again, push myself to learn new things, and remember what I've forgotten. And that's when it hit me. The idea for my game consumed me, and in July 2023, I started working on my passion project, ManaEngine. It's been almost a year of development at the time of this video, and I'm super stoked to share some of my progress with you. So what is ManaEngine? ManaEngine is a love letter to classic JRPGs of the late 90s and early 2000s. Heavily inspired by such classics as Chrono Trigger, Suikoden 1 and 2, Final Fantasy VI, and modern games such as Sea of Stars, and Chained Echoes. The turn-based battle system in ManaEngine borrows heavily from Chrono Trigger, where the battles actually take place on the field map and positioning matters. Unlike other JRPGs like Final Fantasy VI, where it takes place on a separate scene. I've added a light crafting of consumables called brewing, blacksmithing weapons, making armors, and cooking. There's a fishing system, a day-night time system, and a skill point system, where the player chooses what skills to purchase with those skill points. It's not a crafting-centered game. The idea I had was to give the player more options and more agency on how they want to play the game. And inspired by Suikoden, how it has the alternative battle system, they had the dueling system, there was the big army battles. So ManaEngine includes airship battles that uses an action RPG system similar to the old school Legend of Zelda or similar. Throughout the game, the player will be able to upgrade their airship and buy different airships and different weapons for the airships. One of the big things that everyone always praises Chrono Trigger for is how it respects the player's time. There's not too much filler, and the filler that's there, it still builds on the world and provides depths for the characters. Similarly, I'm trying to respect the player's time by cutting out any unnecessary filler, making menus easier to navigate, and just overall making a nice cohesive experience. If this is something that interests you or you find entertaining, please consider giving me a like or a subscribe or a comment. It's one click from you and it really helps me out. In future videos, I'm going to cover my progress up until now, my design progress, some of the obstacles and challenges that I've overcome and had to hit head on, and just general how I make things and how I approach game design. I hope you join me in this endeavor. And I plan on putting out more videos every couple of weeks, or when there's something I think is really cool to share. So this has been Slotty with Slotty Studios. I'll catch you next time.